We're going to do another word problem, and I have the steps of problem solving up at the top, so we remember to do those. And I'm going to read my word problem twice, once to get the gist of it, and the second time to figure out what information is in this problem. Quarantina is making hot chocolate. Each serving of hot chocolate requires 1/8 of a cup of hot chocolate mix. How much of the hot chocolate mix does she need to make 12 cups of hot chocolate? Now, I'm going to read it again, and I'm going to look for information I know and what the question is. Quarantina is making hot chocolate. Each serving of hot chocolate requires 1/8 of a cup of hot chocolate mix. And how much of the hot chocolate mix does she need to make 12 cups of chocolate? There's my question. And this number will be important. All right. Now, we often look at our keywords to tell us what we're going to do, whether we will add, subtract, multiply, or divide. So we've got of, we've got of, we've got of, we've got of, we've got of. There are so many ofs in this problem, I don't know if that's going to help me or not. Look, each serving of hot chocolate, 1/8 of a cup, you're really not going to use that because that's just like saying 1/8 cup. So these of words may or may not help us. Let's look at another word. How about each? This is all our planning. Each serving. Okay, that brings up another problem because we know that each could be multiplication or division. So the important thing we're going to have to do in figuring out word problems when we think it might be multiplication or division is to decide whether we have the total amount yet. Now, the total amount is going to be how much total hot chocolate mix is she going to need. So that's what we don't know yet. We don't know how much hot chocolate mix she's going to need. That's going to be our X. Now, in each group, we're going to have 1/8 of a cup. And how many groups do we have? 12. Now, it's not going to matter if you get this number of groups and number in each group wrong, as long as you make sure that the total is the X. So now we know that when we want to find the total and we have the number of groups and the number in each group, we will multiply. 12 times 1/8. Now this is 12 over 1. And now I can simplify this before I multiply. So 8 is 4 times 2. 12 is 4 times 3. And I cancel out the 4s. Now I have 3 halves. So my answer is I need 1.5 cups. I should have made sure I put cups here. Actually, this is really more like mugs because it's not, I guess it doesn't matter, but we're talking about this is a measuring cup. And this, I guess you could make 1 cup mugs of coffee that have 1 cup in each one. But this is our answer. Now, we're not through though because we've done the planning and solving, but we have to check. Did I answer the question? Yes, we know she needs 1.5 cups of hot chocolate mix. But also, does my answer make sense? Let's look at this. If I'm going to make 12 cups of hot chocolate, let me draw 12 cups. Three cups. You don't have to draw them that fancy. 4 cups. Let me just do it this way. 5 cups, 6 cups, 7 cups, 8 cups, 9 cups, 10 cups, 11 cups, 12 cups. Now, how much hot chocolate goes into each one of those? It's going to be 1/8. So this is 1/8. This is 1/8. I should have drawn them bigger. This is 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8 for each of these. Almost finished. Now, if I added up all these eighths of a cup, I would come up with 12/8, which reduces to 3/2 or 1½ cups. Repeated addition, though, all that is going to be multiplication, 1/8 times 12. Drawing a picture is also something that can help you when you're trying to decide what's the total, what's the number of groups, and the number of in each group. So feel free to draw a picture to help you whenever you're solving a problem like this. That's an excellent problem-solving strategy. Now, the interesting thing, which is bigger, this is 1½ This was what this equaled. 1½ is clearly smaller than 12. So you might wonder, well, should 12 have been my total? No, because you don't always have to have the biggest number as your total. Because if I have groups that are smaller than 1, or numbers in each group that are smaller than 1, I could very well have my total that's smaller than this. Because look at this. I have 12 different groups, clearly. But it only took 1½ cups to make all of those. So don't get confused by saying the largest number is always the total. It's not that. It's what's the total amount. That's the one that's going to be your total.